Hi, welcome to this third part of this three-part video tutorial series about Unreal Engine and creating content for it to create your own virtual reality experience with an Oculus Rift. I explained a lot about the Unreal Engine itself already. You had a big overview of all the functions. And I want to add something new to your repertoire in order to get some animations going inside this engine. To do that, I already opened Unreal Engine. I'm going to create a new level here, and get myself this default level here. Okay. What I want to do is add the player start. Let's see if that works. Yes, I can move around. I'm going to create something with a matinee, and I'm also going to create something with blueprints. So this last lesson will be diving into detail about these two functions here. In order to start a matinee, you can just what is a matinee? In matinee you can create animations using keyframes, and a lot of 3D software, it's possible to create animations using keyframes, but also Unreal Engine has its own 3D animation maker, and it's called matinee. So you just click here and add matinee to the scene, and here you have the matinee. You can now close it, and this is a bit awkward, so you now close it, and then you can see here in the world outliner, it's here, matinee actor. Okay, so we added our first matinee actor. I also started with my default starter content, and I want to add a chair. This tutorial is actually based upon a tutorial they have available in Unreal. So I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit. So I add a chair and I rotate it, and if I walk towards that chair, you can see I can go there, and I'm also gonna add a basic, and then I'm gonna add a box trigger to give you the nice thing of a box trigger. And I need that's the floor. No, I need to select the box trigger, have it over the chair. Like I said, this is one of the examples they have, but they don't have a video of it as far as I know. So let's press R to scale uniformly and have it a big box like that. So I'm going to use this as a trigger volume. So when I enter this space here, I have something happen. Okay, what do I want to have happen? So what I basically want to do. Hey, this is a bit strange. You don't see the light very well. So why not press the chair and have it move around again. So I think I used the wrong location. So now you can see the color. So get this cube, press the cube. Here we go, trigger volume, select it, and put it over the chair again. So this is a really basic example of. You can also practice your skills in translating and rotating and stuff like that. Okay. Now, so we had a matinee. We have it created, and it's called matinee actor. And we have the trigger box, and we have the chair here. Okay, so what we want to do now is, so we select the chair at this point. Yes, and then we go to the property panel here. And here's the static mesh, and here's the material it uses. And now I'm gonna explain something more about the way Unreal Engine works. So this little thing here is browse to asset in content browser. So it has this material. It's called mChair material. And when I press this button here, bam, it selects this material inside this folder structure of the starter content. So it's in starter content, props, materials, and there it is. So this mChair. What we need to do is I'm going to explain to you how you can create a child instance, a material instance. So this, you can see this as the blueprint of the chair material, but I want to create a material instance for that. So I press that, and when I do that, you get a copy basically of your material instance here. If you look at the name, it says mchair dot mchair. So it says it says mchair inst, and inst means instance. So it's basically a copy of this one here. So but since it's an instance, it'll inherit all the properties of the base class. That's this chair here. So now that I created this instance, what I want to do is I have it selected here in the browser, and now I don't press this button, I'm going to press this one here. It says use selected asset from content browser. So I don't want to mchair material, I want the instance material. Click. So now I have the instance material. Hooray! So now I can double click this material, and here you have your this is the instance material. You can zoom in and out, rotate, and with the left mouse button you can look at it. This is the instance material wrapped around a sphere. And in order to get the, if you now click on this bar here for the color seeds. So this is a very parameter value. You have to remember this color seeds. If you don't know, if you don't remember it, I will. I can double click this, and I did something wrong, so I have to go back because I need to do this first with the, so let's do this again. I'm gonna delete it. So now you can also know how you can delete instance materials. Yes, force delete, that's okay. So now this material is back to mchair. So I'm gonna double click mchair. Here we go. I need this preview of how the material is set up. What we want to do is check this one here, the color seeds value. It's a 3-valued parameter value, so it has 3 values, red, green, and blue. I'm gonna double click it, and I'm going to drag this color here it has into this one here. I'm gonna drag it in there, and then press OK. We are going to use it as a value container later on. So once I did that, now I can press yes. It asked me to copy it, to save it, so I do that. So now the original material is saved, and I can press right click and then create material instance again. Yes, again. Sorry for that. But now you know you can also make mistakes and then go back. Okay, now I have this material instance, and now I can change this. So I selected the material instance and I press this little icon here. So now we have mchair inst. All right. So we do that because we only want to get this material changed. So if we would use this material on a lot of other chairs and we would change some properties here, it would all be changing. You'll understand once you see the animation going, because I'm gonna light animate this chair. I'm gonna change the chair color as well. So let's go to my so I have my mchair inst. Oh, no, let's just open the matinee actor, but I have to select the chair. Select the chair. No. First we need to do matinee actor. There's a particular sequence in the way you need to do this. It's a bit awkward, I think, but it once you get the hang of it, it works. So matinee actor, here, open matinee here at properties. If you don't see it, use the scroll bar and then open matinee. So once you have this open, you go back to your to this view here, and then you press the SM chair. Now you go back to matinee actor, and now in this left pane, right click and add a new group. So let's call that chair. So once you have the chair here, you can right click and add a new vector material. And the parameter track, it's also a bit, I think it is a bit awkward. Why name every variable you can animate with end it with parameter track? Come on, you can just remove that. But okay, add new vector material, and that's a vector. So that's the vector, the argB value of the material we are going to change. Okay, and it asks for the name of the parameter value. So it says none. Okay, let's go back. And now we can double click the instance material here we have. And we can see here, there's this value. What name is it? Color, and then capital S seeds. It needs to be exactly this, color seeds. Okay, we can close this and we can type it in here. Color seeds. Enter. Hooray! We got that parameter value. So now we're going to animate this parameter value. Okay. So I'm pressing this one here. This works with the key. You can add keys in here. Once you do this, you know how this works. It's a very handy feature. Like I said, there's many options here as well. I'm not going to explain that. I'm just going to make it very easy for you. You need to get on this side of the screen. You need to get this one here, this timeline scrubber, so you will, or the position of the timeline. And once I have it at 0 here, I press enter to get a keyframe. And here's the keyframe. Hooray! We got the first keyframe. And we want our animation to last 2 seconds. So why not go to 2 seconds and press enter. There's another keyframe here. Okay, we want the total animation to last 2 seconds, and this one is the end of the animation. So if we would just use this, it would last 5 seconds. We want to change this end marker. We hover over it, press the right mouse button. Okay, let's do that again. So we first need to select it. This is, oh. Okay, let's do that later. I don't understand why I cannot select it with my right mouse button, but maybe it's only me. Let's see how I can fix that. But now I press this right. No, it doesn't work again as well. Okay, I think I need to add this target material here. It asks for the target materials here in the right side. So what material, what parameter value? So the material we can select here, mchair inst. We have it selected, and then go back to the matinee actor and press this plus, and then use this one again. Yeah, there we go. So we have the material selected. It's the material inst, right? So now we can. Why is it not working? Huh. That's weird. So I need to double. Okay, now. Okay, I'm there. I'm there. That's a typical Dutch thing. Speaking in English, using Dutch semantics and Dutch grammar. I'm there. I found it. Okay, sorry for that. I had a problem finding the way we can select these keyframes here, but it somehow I got it to work. I can double click it and then move to longest track endpoint. So that's on 2 seconds. Oh no, that's not. Oh yeah, it's about 2 seconds, 1.9, but that's okay. So I moved that end marker here all the way back to 2 seconds, and I've got this one here. I can right click, so double click, select it, right click, and then set color. So I want to change this color to, for instance, blue, like that. And then put this one here, bright blue, why not? So bright blue, and then okay, let me check it if it got that value. Okay, it's the old one, and then the new, yeah, it's blue. And this one here, let me check it, set color, it's still there. So I need to double click this color picker. So that's why we did the material. So color picker here, and the new color will be that. So it would change in 2 seconds from this color to this color here. So set color, it's blue. So it would change from orange to blue. And this is what you can see, red. These are the red keyframes. So to go from orange to blue, the red will go from the 1 value, the max, to almost a 0 value. And the green, is this one here, will just almost be the same. And the blue value will be from going from 0 in 2 seconds, it will go to 1. So this is the what it did based upon the keyframes. It just did this. Okay, let me just show you what happens if you just have this matinee actor. I can close it now because I'm finished with it. So I made this matinee, and if I press the matinee actor, you can go to the properties here downstairs at the bottom here, and there is something like play on level load. Yes, play on level load and looping. Why not? So let's have this. Let's check it out. Let's press play. Here we go. Orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, blue. Okay, I give it to you as an exercise to change this animation from orange to blue and then change gradually to orange again and have that looping. So that's an exercise for you to try just now for now. So now you can work how that's something, so you can work with a matinee actor again. So to give you a clue, you need to add more. You need to add like another keyframe here and change the value to 0, and then you would have the same thing. Okay, just for you as an exercise. So I did this in order to get my stuff working here at so now play on level load and looping. I'll remove that because I want to have it trigger once I enter the trigger box. Okay, for that I need a blueprint, and also I need a level blueprint. So open the level blueprint, and these nodes we don't need. Just left click them and then remove them. So I've got this matinee. Oh, I can close this. Come on, close. Yes. So I've got this matinee actor. So select it here, and then add event for matinee actor. And it says here already, create a reference to matinee actor. Yes, I want that. So this is basically a reference to my matinee actor I needed to program something. So I needed to start or reverse or whatever. You'll see in a minute. So I selected my matinee actor here, and then in the level blueprint I pressed right and then create a reference to matinee actor. Okay, well, what else do we need? We also have this trigger volume. So if we press this, click this trigger volume here, and the process you do here, you do a lot in Unreal Engine. You just select the object, then go to the level blueprint, and then press the right mouse button. It'll give you context sensitive stuff. So what can you do with this object you selected? What functions are there you can use? And I want to add an event for trigger box. I want to go to collision, and I want to go to add on actor begin overlap. This is because I want to have it do something once the actor, it's default to the player itself if it begins overlap. So once I enter the trigger box, I want it to do something. So I also have a leave, add event, double click, collision, double click, and then event end overlap. So I also want to do it when I get out of that. So right mouse button, you can pan. Here we go. So what do we want to do? Once we have the matinee actor, we can look at here at this little icon here. You can left click and then drag, and also here context sensitive. So what can you do here? You can matinee actor. You can play the matinee actor. So I press play and then F here. But I can also drag another one and then type reverse. All right, so I've got the reverse. So whenever I enter the trigger box, this one is fired. So poof, it goes here, play. And whenever I exit the trigger box, the reverse is done. So this is a blueprint script that takes care of me getting into the trigger box. There, I have to compile it. All right, no errors. Go to untype, go to the view, and then let me just get this out of the way. Play. So and then when I enter it, there we go, blue, and it stays there. So it just plays the animation one. So if I leave this area, there we go, back to orange. All right, it works. Hooray! So that's a blueprint script you can use to get the color of this thing changing. I've got one more trick I want to show you, because this is what you can do with blueprints. I can also show you stairs. You have to look at stairs from the starter content. So click the starter content, type in stair sm_stairs, and then get the stair there. Get the stair there. Fred a stair. Okay, so this is a stair. It has two materials. One of them is here. You have the materials. This one here, the basic floor. That's this one, I think, and the element here, and basic wall. That's the basic wall material. That's this gray stuff, and this blue one is basic floor. That's this stuff, the flooring of the stairs. So I want to do something different with this one here. So if I'm going to change, I can also change a property for this. So what I want to do is add another actor, a matinee actor, like that. So I press matinee and then create add matinee, and I can close it again. So now, okay, let's close the level blueprint. So I've got this matinee actor here and matinee actor 1. Okay, so what I want to do is change. Let me just get the SM stairs. This is the basic floor. So get the basic floor material and basic floor material. That's this blue stuff here, and I want to change that. So I can press the right mouse button. I can create a material instance like I did last time, but this time I'm gonna do it differently. I'm just gonna duplicate it. So, and this one, okay, floor and basic floor 2. So it copied my mbasic floor, and it's now mbasic floor 2. So what I want to do is mbasic floor. I just double click it. So now I can add this material editor. And what I want to do is remove this color thing here. And now it's completely black, as you can see. And I want to add a, I forgot what it was. I wrote it down somewhere, so I have to check it. I want to add, what do I want to add? A scalar parameter. See, it's a difficult thing. Scalar parameter. It's just a parameter, and it's a scalar, and this one is the base color. So that's scalar parameter is just a value. It's a difficult name for a value. It's just in this case, it's a float value. So it's a value between 0 and 1. 0 would be black, and 1 would be white. So it enters this base color here, and then I can also name it my color value, like that. So what I did here, let's apply. apply and save. So my color value, I added a scalar value, and what I want to do is use my matinee actor. Just open it, just click it and then open it, open matinee. Now what I'm now going to do, I'm going to close this this material editor here. I'm going to go to this stair, and I also have to put this one at this slot here, the element 0. Boom. So now it's completely black. So that's why, because the initial value is 0 of this material. So if I double click it again, you can change the color value. Default value is 0. You can change it to 1, and now it's completely white. See what happens like that? You can change it to 0. Let's just start with black, because I'm going to animate this color again. So let's just apply and save again, just to be sure. So just a little asterisk here at the top, and now it's gone. So let's close it. Okay, now we need to make the stairs, select the stairs, and then press our little matinee actor again. So once we have that, we can do the same. We can add new empty group, and we call it stairs. And in this empty group, we're gonna do a new float material parameter track. So not vector, it's only a float. That's a number between 0 and 1 we're gonna use. Okay. Now it wants to know what material, target material. So I press the plus button, and that's the flow. You have to press this material you want to animate, and then go back to matinee actor, and then press this little arrow here. Here we have it. We have it in place. Okay, the parent name. So I devised a material, a my color value. So I need to get this exactly like that, my color value. I have to put it in here. My color value. And if something doesn't work, maybe you made a typo, then you have to go back and change that. So my color value. So what I want to do, I'm zooming out. Let's have a at 0. Let's have I'm using this slider here to get all the way back to 0, and then press enter. I've got 1, and I've got one at 2, but I can also get one at 1. So I've got 3 keyframes. So let's add this position here. Let's put it all the way back. You can move it with you can move this as the end position of the animation. Just put it there. That's another way of doing this. So stairs here. Let's see the parameters here, and let's try and get the value here. Let's add the values. Oh, I have the same problem again. This is so weird. I can close this. I cannot change I can change it here though. So let's do that. I can change this from 0. Let's zoom out all the way. The middle one, I'm going to change to 1. So I can drag it all the way up to 1. So this way, it's so weird. I had the same problem because this, I cannot edit it. What am I missing here? See, it still has some mysteries for me. It won't allow me to edit the values here. So did I do something wrong here? No. Now anyway, I changed the value using this top one here. So I click this button here. So now I've got this value. It's at 0, go to 1, and then back to 0. Okay, and now I can press. That's also strange flow, I think, because it looks like it's not safe, but you can just press this key, this cross here, and this one, this animation, just matinee actor 1. Let me see if we now would open it, would it be able to? No, I don't understand why this. Wait a minute, did I do this? No. Okay, just forget about it. I don't know why this doesn't work. I changed the value like that, and now I press the matinee actor 1, and we go all the way to, now we just play on level, load and looping. So you saw that trick before. So let's see, and here we have it, our little animation from white to black and back again. So this is the way you can add animations to your scene, and it's very handy. You can also do positional movement. You can animate this chair to go left and right and up and down, and this is something you can now do. I'll leave it to you to experiment with this more, and yeah, I give you all the tools in all these lessons. I give you all the tools to create stuff inside Unreal Engine, to use the world builder, to put foliage. It's called foliage, but you can also put other stuff in there. I told you everything I know about the matinees and how to create your first blueprints, and for the rest it's just easy peasy, I think, because it gives you all the tools you need to get started. So I hope you liked this workshop, and I ask you to leave some feedback about this workshop at the end of the day, so we can improve on the quality of our workshops. All right, bye.